I was getting ready to begin my junior year of basketball, and we were in preseason. All of a sudden, just out of the blue, so randomly, my calves one day just were extremely tight. And so I tried just the typical eye stretch, maybe put some BioFreeze on, and then I just continued to have that tight calf pain for days and days, and eventually that turned into weeks, and nothing really took it away. It just continued to worsen, and it was very uncomfortable. Then as games neared and season was underway, my legs were still not getting better. In fact, they were worse. Eventually, we were our third game into the season, and I remember calling for a sub less than a minute into the game because my calves were already just excruciating pain, and I could barely stand up straight. It just hurt so bad. It was one of my most painful games ever played with that calf condition. And then thankfully my aunt referred me to a chiropractor in Lincoln, which is about an hour from my house. And that chiropractor treated me for mineral deficiencies, and he helped to get my glutes to fire in order so my calves wouldn't be so overloaded. Towards the end of my junior year, I think it was our last regular season game, a mom of an old AU teammate of mine came up to my mom and wanted to get her in contact with another mom from their town. And so my mom actually didn't tell me that she had gotten contact with this other lady until about a week later when our season was done. And then another week went on and I was diagnosed with compartment syndrome.
Compartment syndrome comes from the compartment that the muscles are in. They're like a fibrous compartment, and for various reasons the inside of the compartment gets bigger than the fibrous sheath, and it cuts off the blood supply. So it causes pain out of proportion to injury, numbness, tingling, weakness, and eventually, when it's kind of late, lack of pulses. Doing some rehab and adjusting things doesn't work, then you end up with surgery. And it's a pretty extensive surgery, so you definitely want to basically rule out any other thing that could be causing the issue before you go to surgery due to the recovery time. So the surgery is a fasciotomy, where you make incisions in the fascia that creates the compartment, and those incisions can be pretty significant. And then you actually leave the fascia open so you don't have that pressure again. And so there's the recovery from the surgery, which might be 6 or 8 weeks, and then there's the recovery following that where you get back to activity, which could be another set of weeks, and so it might be months to get back.
I had surgery on March 23rd, and I was in a wheelchair for 2 weeks, so that was definitely a different perspective and just made me really appreciate being able to walk. And then after those 2 weeks in a wheelchair, I was on crutches, and so that was really weird too. I'd never been on crutches, and I felt so, it was just different. I totally took for granted just the ability to being able to walk around school or just go through daily life walking normal. And so definitely took that for granted, and it opened my eyes a lot. Obviously I wasn't able to shoot, and so I actually have a tall chair at home, and I just set it out by my basketball hoop, and my parents would rebound for me. In May, I was able to get back into some shooting drills and stuff with my team at AAU, but still just getting back into that, there was some doubt in my mind, oh my gosh, I'm sore, this hurts, did my surgery work? I had to remind myself, with such a major surgery, it's not going to be back to normal. My calves were cut open, or my legs were cut open. This is going to take time. To this day, I still I'm not 100%, and I don't think I ever will be, because I still have just soreness and stuff that I manage daily. Spend hours a day just still taking care of them. I look back and I don't know how I did it for a whole season, but I'm grateful that I made it through. So I was recruited by Coach Etheridge, Coach Lori, and Coach Shep at Northern Colorado. Those are the 3 coaches that are here at Washington State now from Northern Colorado. Just absolutely fell in love with their program, their vision, what they stand for, who they are as people, and obviously just they know basketball so well, and I totally just wanted to be a part of that. And so got signed with them to be at Northern Colorado, and was so excited to be a part of just something that seemed so special and neat. And then in April, found out they were coming out here to Washington State. Once I got released, got a call and said, hey, we have a spot in the scholarship if you want to come. And so I was like, sign me up, I want to come. It was just so incredible to be able to be out here with those 3 coaches. I'm so grateful for their belief in me and just their support and encouragement during some of my toughest times. Like during my surgery and recovery, they believed in me, you know, when other schools doubted me and gave up. And so that was just really neat, and I'm so grateful for them, and they've just really done a lot for me, and I'm just so thankful to be here with them, and I have so much to give back to them, and so I'm just really looking forward to these next 4 years here with them. My name is Michaela Jones. I'm a freshman from Wymore, Nebraska.